Welcome in, welcome in. If you're in the balcony, please say hello. I'm so glad you made it. We're going to do something different today. We're going to be using some of our gel prints, but first I'd like to ask if you're watching on replay, if you would leave a thumbs up. And, well, you don't have to be watching on replay for that. Sorry, I'm putting a little lotion on my hands first. Little thumbs up, maybe share with some friends that might be interested to know what to do with their gel prints. And thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Subscribing is also a bonus. It also helps me, and it's totally free. We're going to have a couple cards today, and I'm reading them for myself more than anything. And they're oracle cards. They are not scary. They are not tarot cards. It's just a little bit of inspiration for us. In my tin that I took, the one thing that I have that I took when I left home as an almost adult. So this is where I keep my cards, and I absolutely love it. Anyway, we don't have Eddie today. So what I'm going to ask, hi, Sherry. Aw, thanks. You too. What I'm going to ask is that anything you want to say to me, any questions, anything like that, if you could leave them in all caps so I can see them, because I'm going to be kind of engrossed and I'll have to look up once in a while and catch those when I can. And I want everyone to know I am not ignoring you. Just no mod to read today. So, okay. So now that my hands are a little bit greasy, hold on, let me rub those off on my thighs. All right. First thing I want to do is have one of these She Is cards, because I love the questions that they offer. They're just so wonderful. And I think they're magnificent. Oh, that one doesn't want to go in, so we're going to keep that one. And, these would be great journal questions if you use an art journal or like a soul journey journal. I think these would be amazing. So if you want to, I will try to hold it up at the end, and you can take a screenshot if you're interested. What is going on here? My cards are they're all, oh, it's just these two. Okay. All right. And that one. Those are probably ones that we had already had at some point, and I put them in the box wrong. I don't know why, but these ones, they're the same colors on both sides. So it's, it's this one that wants to be. It just keeps kind of trying to slip away. And, my fingers are sticky because of the lotion. These are the Inner Sunshine cards, and I really, really like them. Before I get started, I'd like to say this is for our best and highest good. And I think they're going to be wonderful. Hi, Anne. Hello. No Eddie today. Sorry. Sherry and Anne, if you could remind anyone that comes in to leave a thumbs up, that would be helpful. And if you would also remind everyone that if they want to ask a question about what I'm doing, to do all caps. Hi, Lucy. Hi, Zal. Okay, so first of all, I want you to put your feet flat on the floor, because we are guilty of, tensing up our toes and our shoulders and our jaw. And, it's kind of crazy right now, and we really, really need this. So put your feet on the floor. Drop your shoulders. I know they're wrapped around your ears right now. Go ahead and drop your shoulders. And I want you to look up and open your mouth all the way. Unhinge that jaw. Okay. I think that's enough madness. First of all, we're going to have, we're going to firmly believe today. Look at, isn't that beautiful? I believe in myself, in life, in the goodness of Source. Therefore, I have the ability to fulfill my dreams. The will of the Almighty supports me. My life is bathed in divine light, and my heart is open to the universe. As if I can read today. Hi, Carla. Glad you made it. Okay, and this is who I want to be. This card I can start with a card about beginnings. Even if the path is long, you can start small. Sometimes one step changes everything. I was thinking about that this morning. That's funny. But how I can combine my habits that I'm trying to get rid of with a healthy habit, like I smoke. I like to not smoke. So maybe if I smoke, I go for a walk, things like that. Hi, Zanny. Aw, so good to have y'all here. And the questions here for your journal or your soul journey journal. What can I start with right now to change things for myself? What is my first, even tiny step? Smallest baby steps. That's all it takes. What's already in my hands? It's a card. I'm going to hold that up. Anybody want to take a screenshot? There you go. Hi, Bobby. Oh, Zanny Bobby. You'll have to remind me for a minute on that one. All right. So I'm going to put those away. We're going to put away our beautiful, beautiful cloth. I'm just going to... There we go. Julie said she's going to be late today. She's exercising. Put that in there. This thing is so old. I wonder what it was underneath. I love it. Okay, and we are ready to go. So I actually went through a lot of thought because I'm going to have a small yard sale in 2 weeks on the weekend of the 24th. So I'm going to need to be gone on Friday. And for the next 2 weeks, I wanted to do something so that we could, you got to get a charger. Oh yeah, no Eddie. Yeah, thank you, Anne, for taking that responsibility seriously. Thank you. Anyway, I wanted to do something quick. You guys know I have a hard time doing a quick project, unless it's making my soul sing from the very, very moment I start, which, usually that's kind of rare. You can be excited about an idea and then you got to go through the ugly phase and do all the stuff, and it is difficult. So what I did was I wrote down, first, I wanted to show you this. I finally ordered one of these so that I could stamp metal and whatever else, leather, and man, they're heavy though. This thing weighs 20 pounds. That was the one show and tell I had. That's got to go back downstairs. Okay, so I wrote all these things down. And I started last night and I was like, what kind of a quick project can I do? And I kind of reviewed old projects. And with that, I just started, jotting things down. And on the back, old projects would have been like the Japanese stab binding, a window book, a tab book, the back-to-back in the tin, which I did consider, but it takes a long time. We'll do that one next. Use my cinch. I'm rings with hardware, and that's where I stopped. We're going to do rings with hardware, and we're going to do hopefully several books that I can do quickly and take down to the shop. But you can do quickly with your gel prints and, a little bit of some focal points, So I'm going to keep a hold of this. It's going to go over here. There is a really cool idea on here that we have not done and I've never seen anybody do. And it's going to include my mica tile. So I really have to save this because that's going to be soon, very soon. Very soon, because I'm kind of giddy about that one and that might go out quickly. Anyway, I made a list of kind of what I expected from myself, only because I get lost in detail. You guys know that I am like fussy detail, it's crazy. And I can't seem to stop. So what if I made, with our papers, we used postcards, recall, or we used scrapbook paper to inspire us. Now I pulled together some of the focal points and then I chose one so that we could go a little, it could go a little quicker. And I have basic guidelines here that I want to try to follow. And do you want to know what those are? I want to put all my fussy detail on the cover, maybe a little bit on the back, but mostly on the cover. It's going to have a pocket on the inside cover and the back cover. And that's my pockets. So I'm not going to get fussy with all kinds of pockets. It's going to be a place where people can put photos, they can write, you know, they can just look at it. I don't know. I'm going to be using some stamps on some blank papers, or some, even maybe some white paint on some roll-offs, so there's a place to write. If they, you know, and I did go through the papers in the envelope. So this is the first, or no, the second set we made with the kind of steampunky look, or the, you know, the grungy steampunky. It's going to have mixed blank papers inside, maybe something very special, like in the center-ish. I'm going to use rings and other metals. So maybe some eyelets, maybe 3 eyelets, and then some rings to make it snappy, you know. It's going to have a closure and 1 dangle on one of those rings. That's it. And I can reach for, if I need an accompanying paper that's not a gel print or one of these, I can reach for any of the boxes that are on and around the shelves on my desk that are within arm's reach, and that's the end. Okay? Does that sound like a good, easier project? I hope so. I hope I can do it. I hope so. So we're gonna, you know, go back to basics. I've got my ink out. I've got some brushes out. I'm gonna try to remember to use tape. I tend to go for the glue every time, and sometimes tape is all you need to, you know, put together papers, and I don't ever use tape. So I'm gonna have that in front of me with my glue so I remember. I do have some brushes, and I might grab a stencil or two that's right by my side here. And I'm going to do a fussy cover, and that'll be first. So the cover I decided to do was this lady right here. She goes with that style in the box, and she looks fairly easy to cut out. So I'm going to cut her out and put her on a background. Hi, Diane. Hello, hello. Yeah, remind me of the stab binding later, and we will do one of those, okay? It's a lot of fun, that one. I've done that one a lot, actually. And it works better when you're doing a book that's lengthy this way, like horizontal. Okay, so I do have a couple of these. I thought, wow, I could cut that, and it could be front and back pockets right there. Front and back pockets. That's possible. I've got weird little things like this that I can add, you know, to say I use a roll-off or a gel print inside for the paper. I can do that. So this is my cover. We're going to cut her out, and then I have to decide. I can use any of these, but I don't want to fill the whole thing with these kind of papers. I really would like to use these more as accents. There could be a couple. I mean, these square ones obviously aren't big enough because this will be the size of my cover. But these, you know, I don't have to have pages that are all the same size. I mean, I'm okay with that. But let's figure out kind of what gel print I want to use. Oh, and I did get out my Sears book because I feel like it really goes. You know, because there'll be a pocket and a tag on the inside covers. So, yeah. Anyway, let's put that up there. That's a little one. There are some here that are long enough, and they are ready to just fold in half. So I might, you know, make my job easier and include that as a page. Okay, so I'm going to set that there. I really, really like this. Let's include, I can't figure out which way, this as a page, but let's make it go this way this time. I do have some coffee dyed papers at my side that always sit there as well. So we're just folding. Let's find our gel print so we can decide kind of what's going on our cover. I thinned out the bag here. Probably use a little bit of that, and then we'll find some accompanying paper. These are definitely these. Let's set these right here. Just want to get them out of my way. I don't have to use them all. It's just, so I have opportunities. So I can decide if I want to. I could do the book as big as one of these and use these as the cover and the back if I chose. I mean, that's beautiful right there. That is beautiful. Doesn't go with that side at all, but that's okay. But I mean, the book could go, let's see, this way. And then that would be the front and the back cover this way. I don't know. Something like that. If I wanted to. Or I'm going to scrap that. I just want to do her the size of her, I think. We have just a few of these that kind of go. I know I want to use this paper right here. This is a definite, but I'll have to do something to the other side. All right. And on our cover, let's go ahead and cut her out so we can lay her down on each one and decide, I'll do some layering, but I need, it's going to have to be a piece of cardstock, and I might even like put it on a piece of packaging as well to make it strong. But let's cut her out. So, hello. So how's everybody doing? Are you doing okay? Everybody managing their stress all right and doing that stuff okay? I hope, because I just want to say, and that's all I'm going to say. You guys know. The madness. There'll be movies someday. It's going to be movies. Don't you think it won't? I mean, unless they wipe out our theaters and we don't have movies anymore, this will be movies and made for TV series. And, this is history in the making, unfortunately. Right? I should be using a blade on this. Why am I not? And my blade is, I don't reach for them very often. It just, these postcards are thicker, so it does make sense to use a blade on it. Because when you snap at a corner, it can leave a line. Oh, there it is. I'm going to try it. We're going to try it. I'm just going to put a little bit of this right here. Whoa. Just so I can cut on it. It's like right around the neck area where you've got these sharp edges are more difficult with the scissors. And then her face, gently. And her hat, I think I can get with the scissors. Okay. Taking a break from doing taxes, waiting for you're still doing your taxes? I mean, why? I just put that money in an account and, wait to do it in a couple of years, because you know how it's going to get spent if you do it right now. I used to work for H&R Block, and I have a friend who owns H&R Block. That's why. And I was just a receptionist, but you can file every 3 or 4 years, and that's totally legal. Just so you know. And that seems to be long enough to get past elections, right? Okay, and then I'm going to go here with the blade. It's only difficult where they have like fuzzy hair. Put that is a rough spot right there. There's a lot of little angles there. Okay. Curve. Let's get that. I can do this. Hi, Mary. Hello, hello. I don't like fussy cutting. I know people like it. I don't get it. Maybe if my scissors were comfortable, I guess. I know people that just really enjoy sitting and cutting, and I wish, I mean, I've tried to like it. I tried to sit and cut and do it that way, and I'm just not, it's not enough for my attention span, I guess. I don't know. I just don't find it fun. I need somebody to do my fussy cutting for me, really. All right. The bonus about the blade is this part right here that I usually leave. So, okay. So I'm just going to set that right there with the tools. Try to remember to use it. Let's put the Virgin back. That's this one. This one. Okay. Hold on, I need a drink. Hey, Julie. I forgot to show you. Do you guys remember that brayer? My big brayer? It peeled at the end of the live stream last time. Look how thick that is. That's the first time I've ever gotten a full skin off of a brayer, and it is like patent leather. It is thick. You got a huge tax break this year? Huh. Well, is it from previous administration cuts that are still still working? I don't know. Words, words. Okay. So let's see what we need here, and then we'll find our accompanying papers. For my cover, I'm going to be doing, I need to cut one of those out too. Where are they? I'm going to need to use this as a guide because, yeah. So this is really nice. And then I could do some other layering around her. I do like that. I do really like that. I mean, not a lot of it's going to show, so maybe that's perfect. I don't know if I want to, I don't want to cover a lot of it because it's so cool, so I don't know if this is how I want to use that one. Okay. This one, it didn't blend well, but it's a very cool print, and I wouldn't mind cutting that one up. It's nice and dark, but I'm not seeing it. This one's really nice. I feel like it goes this way. Let's see. That one is really nice, isn't it? And I don't know why the rounds are speaking to me right now. I guess they're easier to cut up, or, because you try to find ways to use them. This looks like a piece of paper. This looks like an inside. Wait, is that two? No. This is one to tear up. These are insides. This one is really nice. I would have to layer some other colors in there though, because it's very muted with this. It's beautiful, but it's very muted. I do like the color. I like the colors. I would add other bits. Also nice. That's really nice, actually. What do you guys think of that? Let's put it here. No. That one's too good. Okay, so we've got this one, like maybe right there with some layering behind her. I like how small the print is right there. This one, remembering we're going to be covering some of it, so it have some layering behind it. And I could actually cut out those shapes if I did that to go beyond the layer. This one let's put over here. All right, you guys get to decide, and then we'll choose our accompanying papers. So this is really going to set the tone for our book, and this is why it's, you know, this should be the thing that takes a little bit of thought. So this will help me set the tone for the papers I choose, the kind of other things and layers going on the cover. So we have A is the red one, B is the blue one, and C is the cream color. So A, B, or C, you guys are deciding today. And then we'll find our moment and cut it out. I'm going to do something while you guys are there deciding. I have a trick here. If I can find one right here. Probably use a ruler to cut out, but I did get out my paper cutter. Where it at? I'll just use one from here. Not that one. Not that one. This one. Got a new one here. You guys saw this. So we have 3 A's and 3 B's. We need one more. So this one's out. We know that one's out, right? Oh, A, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Are there, how many people are here? That's pretty funny. It's a tie. I can't open it. I need to open it. I'm going to show you a little trick. Someone else vote quick. Yeah. Hey, there it is. Thank you for coming out of the balcony to let us know. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to use A. A is the winner. That was pretty funny. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this clear piece of plastic, which I have more here. I just don't know where they're at, and I'm not going to, I have to use arm's reach today, right? So I'm going to take this clear piece of plastic, and I'm going to cut it to fit this card right here. Let's see. All right, I'm just setting it on there. I mean, you can lay it down, use a marker, do whatever. This is going to be a window to show us where we're cutting. Throw that away. All right, so it's the same size. See that? Now I'm going to use this. I'm going to see where, let's put a marker around that edge. Where's my marker? So I can see it. Otherwise it just blends right in. And then I can use this on the other ones too if I make the book the same size. So this can be a tool sitting on my desk technically because it's a standard, kind of a standard size. Okay, there we go. Now I can decide how I want to do this. I think I like the small print on that side. So I either think I like that because it got more turquoise up there. Big, beautiful bribe. Yeah, I hear ya. Or maybe, I mean, I could really chop up this piece. I kind of like this line right here because it's going to serve a purpose. I think I like that right there, actually. Just right below this corner, because I, you know, even though I'm probably going to cover it. All right. So I'm going to use a pencil this time, or a Stabilo or something. It's not a lot of edge to work with, but it's some. And I'm going to need to put this on. It's not perfectly straight either. I'm going to need to put it on something a little bit harder because we're going to put rings in it, and we need to have something strong on the front and back. So even if it's not straight, I have an idea here. Okay, there we go. Now I can save this to do something else with. Or I can do the back and, you know, just make my life easy. Let's just do that. And I'm not going to fuss with it as much. I'll just go right here. And then I can use this card because it's a little thicker to get it straighter. Where did my Stabilo go? There it is. Okay. So I need a piece of packaging next to me here. That one looks tipped out. There we go. Now I can save that. Okay, so I'm going to keep that as the top because I'll probably put something else, or I don't have to put a lot on the back. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do it like that. Check our measurements here. I think this one's a little short. It's okay, it's going on packaging. So right here next to my desk, I have a thing, they stand up, and it's got like packaging in it for me to do things like this with. And so I'm going to pick a couple nice solid pieces. That's bent the wrong way. I've got, oh, that's got a magnet on it. No, I'm sorting through them here. This one, I like that one. So that means I'm going to have to cover that with something, and it might show just a tiny bit. We can make it a tiny bit bigger than the postcard that way. And the first thing I want to do, though, where's it at? Right here. So I'm going to go ahead and round these corners so that I get, oh, I see. I didn't cut this. Now they're the same size. I'm going to go ahead and round my corners. We do have some prints to pull, by the way. And at the end of our stream, somebody remind me, and if anybody wants to stay over for those pulls, we'll do that. Okay, so this needs covered with something, not a gel print, obviously. So I'm thinking like, let's see here. Not a gel print. So something structured, something, oh, how about one of these? How about some of these? So not super special ones, but then I'll have, you know, have this old, it's nothing super special. Not super masculine though either, like maybe some kitchen stuff. Like that. I love these. I'll probably hoard them until I find the perfect project. Look at all these earrings. I should check them out and see if I can replicate any of them with the jewelry that I've been making. That would be fun. These are handles. I have another one of these that's smaller and it's more yellowed. Definitely not. All right, well, we'll just keep that one out. Those trunks are really cool too, and the umbrellas. Hankies, neckties, and corsets. Okay, we'll leave it at that. That should be good. Let's see if that's enough. All right. So, and we're going to do something else on the inside. So that's fine. Let's check our, oh, they're perfect. They are perfect. So we're going to go slightly larger. Let's go like this. And I'm not necessarily expecting my pages to be the same exactly. We'll see how I do when I get along there. Look at me using a ruler. Is it straight? Yeah. Okay, that's enough. Cut on the inside of the line. Center it in there. I should be doing it this way so I can see. Right there. Hopefully that's straight. And then I'll do the same flip. Yeah, let me see if I can cut it crooked. That's fun. All right. So I've been pretty guilty lately of paying attention to what's happening with the WAR. Yeah, it's a replica of a Sears catalog. And I have another smaller one. You've seen it, Julie, on my old channel. For sure. I use it all the time. All right. Let's see. Slightly larger still. Slightly. I don't know how I did that, but I did. So, okay. All right. Might need these for something. You never know. All right. I'm going to cover these. It's a waffle iron. They had waffles? That's weird. Actually, I'm going to use this side. And it doesn't really matter. Should probably do it this way. I'm just going to, you know, kind of skip that bit. Just to make sure I do. Okay. Now I want to glue that down or use my tape, or it's going to be folded over. I guess I could have left that. Or it's not going to be folded over. Firebacks. Adjustable firebacks. I don't know what that is. If anybody knows what that is. It's a stove lining. Huh. It's exactly what it says. Exactly. All right, I guess I have to use glue for this bit. They were wrought iron waffle makers, kind of like I didn't even know they had waffles, honestly. Like a bedpan, they would put them on the fire. That's funny. All right, let's see. I don't have to do the whole thing. It just needs to be on the edges technically. So with that in mind, oh, I can do it this way. Yup. Oops. All right. I was so proud of myself, you guys. I brought up, not a bedpan, a bed warmer. Oh, I brought up freshwater cups and took down water bottles because I'm really bad about, I bring water bottles up for me to drink and then I just leave them. And then I use that for my water next time. And I had like 3 water cups sitting over here on the edge, you know, just kind of waiting to get spilled. It was awful. I want that hand right there if it shows, if I can get it to show. Oh, I kind of need to do this first though. It may or may not show. We'll see. We'll see. And then you are fine. My tummy's hungry, but I don't feel hungry. Just like that. Let's do the other one. Set this to the side. Do the bottom ones first this time. That little teapot, maybe we should save it. Try not to use a whole bunch of glue. Just lightly. Most of this will get covered. Really. And then I want to trim it before I decide which one's the front and which is the back. If I have the hand in the back, that would be good, probably. All right. Hopefully that's good. When I was our teens, we had a raffle. When you were in your teens, you had a raffle for the campfire or fireplace. They made toasted sandwiches. You could. That's fun. All right. So I know that my glue's wet and I probably shouldn't have it on my scissors, but I'm just going to have to wipe off my scissors because I want to get on it. I really want to see if I can get some of these whipped out quickly, because I already have the pouches. We'd made the papers that go with this style. And I think steampunk would be next. The guy that we had for our inspiration should be used, I think. But having those pouches full of matching papers is pretty cool. And, you know, it's ready to go. So I want to see if it really does help. I feel like it's going to. Because how much time do you spend? Let's take a poll. How much time do you spend gathering papers for a project like this? And how many bins of papers do you have that you could possibly go through if you went through them all? Because boy, I've got some. A lot. A lot. Okay, I'm going to get a baby wipe out, and I don't want it to tear because then it'll leave my edge exposed. And I can use ink on it. I'm gonna, you know I will. Let's save that. Save those. Save that. That's all we have left from that paper right there. It can be used. I'm gonna put it right here. Okay. So there's our hand. Now I'm gonna use, let's see. We know this is the front. And if we put the front there, they'll get, maybe I'll corner them, I'm not sure. If we put the front there, oh, our hand still doesn't show. That's sad. I need to ink it. Wait, this is upside down. I need to ink it. But while that light coating of glue is drying before we can get to this stage, so that I can go ahead and ink that before I put these on. She is. I might make her a little bit shorter, but we'll find out. There's our front and our back. This is our template now. I hope this was helpful because there are other times you need this as well. When you're trying to find the right moment on things, you know, like a clear window. Okay, I'm going to set that there. Now, let's find our accompanying papers while those are drying. Like anything we might want to, you know, use to tuck up in there. Those don't really go. Those are inside papers. Inside. Might not need a lot, actually. Yep. Yep. Might go straight for the trim. I think that is what I'll be doing. This was definitely a thought right here. Oh, yeah. Just a strip right over that line. I think the brown. I think that. Yeah, that's good. You guys think of that? You know, you're behind your brother called. Oh, gosh. Don't drink the paint cup. Oh, I won't. My paint cups look totally different. We know these are pockets, so I'm going to go ahead and set that at the top. Yeah, no, my paint cups look totally different. I can't do that. So these are papers that I can use for accompanying or, you know, for whatever reason. So let's do that. And then that's still drying. So now I've got these papers here. So I know I need blank papers too. And I want to make it, you know, I want to give it some places to write. So if they're in the shop, people will look at them and go, oh, look, a journal, or, you know, I want it to look like something useful for them. And this is definitely happening right here. Definitely. Look how good that is. So what I'm thinking I can do is create where it'll have something like a gel print on one side and then the other side can be written on, you know. I think that's probably the way to go. Let's see what we can do here with a ruler and not have to get out a cutter. Let's go like boom. So if it's a roll off like this, which this, I don't know why, this was an accident. I think it was folded in half waiting for me to do the other side. And I rolled off on it. And that's okay because I have a plan for that. I can either glue a piece of paper down that has some lines on it or a place to write, or I could take some white paint and just kind of brush it over so there are places to put things. It's not a terrible background. If I use one of these accompanying papers, perhaps there's something I can put there that they can write on. So with each spread, what I'm saying is it'll have something, some place to write and something decorative. Where there's not plain paper, I mean. Doesn't match. It's not for writing. That might be okay. I have more of these I can dig out. Let's see. Not for writing. That's all of those. Oh, let me set these here off to the side. Set down my little book. I'm gonna put this someplace. I did get out some stickers, so that if I do have a blank page, I can either leave a stamp or a sticker. Let me see if I have a piece of tissue I can, or a piece of roll off or something I can put down there. Kind of would like to have a decorated piece of some sort, though. That's not terrible because they can still write on it. It's not a lot, so not a lot of writing space. All right, well, I'm either going to go for white paint here or I'm going to go for this. Oh, gosh. I think some parchment paint would be acceptable here. We're just waiting for our covers to dry. I don't want to get all super fussy on it, but I'm thinking like, where's it at? This one. Just a little bit of this, you know. Let's see what we can do here. Just, you know, brush it on quickly. I'm not trying to get like a super cool border or anything. I want a large brush. This is just my like say, hey, look right here. And then we'll set this off to dry. Because I can go over this with a stencil on the corner and just add a little something around the edges maybe, or just make it interesting. And I really want it to be sideways like this. Okay. I think that's all right. Could have even done it like thinner and let more of that blue come through, but that's okay. And this will get inked when it's time and cut to size. So I'm going to set that off to the side. All right. So this, I'm going to use a ripped edge, I think, but I want to, let's see. Okay. Just takes ink better. Okay, so this is going to go right here. Do I want it to cover the whole thing? Let's take a third. Let's take 3 rows of dots. I think that goes with the decorative stuff. All right, let's put it together. And I'm going to reach for because I never do. And let's see how it works over the tape. Is it out? Am I doing it wrong? There we go. Did I get it straight? Okay. All right. Remember, if you want to say something to me, put it in all caps for me. Thank you. I appreciate that. And then I have an idea here. I have this bit of this bit of lace, or this bit of doily. Just was under something at work and it ended up in my bag. It was something that I took in. Might be able to add a little bit of this and a little bit of fiber of some sort. I actually just want the circle, I think. So I really do want to do a back-to-back book too soon in a tin, like I did the Moon book. That was one of my favorite projects, and it has a proud place on my counter here. Not a lot of them do. So if I put this kind of there, I'm going to cut that little bit of her hat off right there. Who's to say that, you know, her hat's not just flat like that? Because it was where the postcard cut off. And then this in the corner. We're going to cut her dress a little bit because she doesn't need to be this tall. That'll give us some room to play. That. And then I have this little gold flower that just came off and could go anywhere here, really. So let's set that there. All right. And let's get some, I'm going to go a little crazy here and do something I never do. I put this on I have a bag of lace on the floor next to me. And this is just something I never think to do. And I would like to this time. I don't know why. And a tangle. Maybe that flower is going to go on that tangle with a piece of lace. Okay, and then I have this bag right here. This came with, what was it? It was something weird. Oh, it came with my chainsaw. Why would I wear this for my tiny chainsaw? So I thought it would be really cool if I used some walnut spray on it and aged it and put it on something or under something in like a journal cover. Wouldn't that be neat? All right, I do have a touch of, I've got a lot of lace here. Not that one. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing and I'm really sorry. There's a little piece. How about some of that antique stuff that Grandma, that I got from Grandma, the spider webby stuff. It looks like spider webs on there. It's pretty cool. Oh, this just came with that metal stamping set. Not a lot of mail today. I actually had a huge bead order that came in yesterday that is downstairs. That actually matches. We're going to leave it out. We'll see. It's a nice width. That'll make nice chokers. I have the clamps that go at the end. Okay, and then we've got this guy here. So probably when I put this down, I can have a little bit of lace in the front here, sticking out. So I'm going to glue that to the back, I think. I'm going to go ahead and glue that down and glue that trim to the back here. This needs a glue stick because I don't know what the secret is to gluing down. Like, where are my glue sticks? They're not all downstairs. No, that's not possible. I have lots of glue sticks. Where are my glue sticks? Gluing down die cuts. I don't even get it. Seriously, I don't know where my glue sticks are. I might have taken the last one downstairs. I probably have some in a drawer that I don't remember. I have this stuff though. Okay, so let's just do that. And we're going to put that there. Almost looks like her golden Mickey Mouse ears, huh? I said it. Hi, Roseanne. Hello. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad that everybody made it. And you guys are entertaining each other today in chat because Eddie's not with us. It's not as funny when Eddie's not here because he and I just bounce off of each other with all this humor. And I do really, really appreciate him. I do. Okay, so if I put this here and let it ruffle off of there, do I want a bigger one actually to do that with? Not that, that's too wide, something in between. Let's see what's here. Like this. This one's in between. And just let it, yep, I'm just gonna do that. So I want to ink this. It's almost dry. We're gonna put this, I think that's upside down. It's so delicate. I'll put that there. Yeah. My fabric scissors here. Now, I kind of want to rough up that edge. So I'm just going to take my fingernail and pull on some threads and make it less perfect. Same here. Cut that off. Okay. And that one gets, oh, I need to remember I have this stuff here. That one gets fabric glue. This stuff. Which I hope I don't have to unclog. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. It could be bunched in some places or whatever, you know. Bring it in just a little. So we're kind of doing a grungy Victorian card or book here, so. Okay. And she's gonna go here, but let's ink her. I gotta find my sponge just a sec because I don't have my normal stuff on my desk. So let me find my little ink and sponge here. It should be over right here. Where are you? There we go. All right. So this will just be a break for a few weeks from, because I'm having a yard sale on the weekend of the 24th, so I won't be live then. So we have 2 weeks to kind of, master this, and maybe I'll get a few done. I don't know. Kind of in the middle of, 100 other things, but I just think I've been craving this sort of activity and just needed a little something in the middle, before we move on to the next design or paper with our paper or postcard inspirations. So words are very hard today. I know what I'm trying to say. It's just not coming out. It's terrible. All right, we want ink. I think I'm going to use just vintage photo is fine. We're going to ink her edge a little bit, and I have to decide if I want to add maybe something with a very small print. It may or may not show, but we'll see. We shall see. I have something right here that I can use. Just tiny, small print. That'll go there. Let's get her. My desk is getting messier and messier. I love it. It's my favorite. Not on her face. These postcards are really thick, so inking the edges of these is so important because they're very white. I also will probably take the brush and dingy it up on the flat surface too. I'll have to do that because I can't get to it. Okay. And set her aside. Let's do, actually, we'll age the edges with that, but use some scorched timber, I guess. This one. Just a little bit. This was just the first design I grabbed, by the way. I don't know why. It was small and it was staring at me. Probably could have found something a little more, flourishy, but that's okay. All right. Maybe a little right here. Okay. Enough. Oh, I better leave that out, huh? All right. This is a new one, and it's not very wet. I'm going to have to use a refresher on it. Like the liquid, the spray, not the color. Okay, I'm gonna do this. It's just so white, and I'm allergic to white, so. Perfect. All right, and then that's going to go on there. And then she's going to go either there, or I can take her all the way down to the bottom, which I like, I think. So let's put this on. And I think this does need glue, by the way, but maybe I can use a different kind. I'm thinking, because this is so much like a hot glue, I can go like this. Just to do the quickest job, you know, and then some of, whoops, not that one. Where's my other one? Right there. I haven't had this one out for a while. It's probably pretty clogged. Nope. It's working. I should have decided if I wanted to tuck anything else under the edges there. It's barely working. I mean, barely. I guess it doesn't matter if I don't get it all the way down, because then I can change my mind about those edges. Oh, I forgot to ink this edge. Darn it. There's always one, huh? Wonder if I can get to it. I'm going to end up getting the lace. That's okay. You know what? I can kind of see some black marks from the Stabilo, and I can do it this way because that Stabilo's on there. Look at that. I could add more Stabilo too. I'll do that again at the end. But, you know, when I do the final detail, because this is where I'm going to be putting all the, you know, detail. Hopefully. This is a fingers crossed. I guess I should just do one. Fingers crossed thing. Okay, I haven't even opened this, and I've had it ages. And I do love me some Rick Rack. So, ooh, it smells weird. It smells really weird. I don't like it. It smells like chemicals. Where's the end? All right, we're going to make an end. That's fine. We have lots of ends now. Okay. And I think I want to go across here. But I'm going to add her. See how it looks if I go across here. I don't like it. Maybe it's here. Okay. Let's put it there. Yeah, okay. All the way across. This. Rose, did I say hello? I'm so preoccupied without, you know, with all this detail. I'm sorry. All right. I want it all the way across. Okay. Just gonna leave it there. Okay. Push it down. She's going at the bottom. I need to have something right there. I have a piece of lace. I know I'm going to be adding some other little detail, like either to the corner or this corner. I like that corner. Could have put something in her hand. I could still cut her hand and put something fun in her hand. Like, I'm not sure what. I don't know what. The kettle, the pot. Whatever we did with it. Now it's going the wrong way. That's kind of ugly anyway. I know she needs more gold. Let's see. That's for the boys. That's for the dangle because they get one dangle. Oh, I could do one of those flowers. It's resin. Yeah, they're fun. These are fun. I wonder if they're strong enough to go through that. Oh, I already glued that part down, so I can't do that anyway. Like through the panel, through the front panel. So I guess not that. It's okay, I have other things. Let me put this to the side. How about this velvet that matches and brings out that blue? I mean, I would cover her whole dress bottom, but I'd be okay with that. Bring her down. And that's blue also. So that, bring her over a little there. That. I'm going to cut her hand and have her hand go over the velvet. Because it's on top of her skirt. You know, if you guys weren't here, I'd still be talking to myself like this. I would. I do. Is that weird? Or does everybody else do that too? A handbag? That is a good idea. I need to ink that, but I kind of like that. I think that's fun. That's a lot of fun. Yeah. Let's do a better job cutting it though. And then ink it. So I can get to it. Yeah. Yeah. That's fine. And then some of this. Need to do this because she's so almost white. Okay, that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and glue her down because it's time. And right there. Just going to use this glue, but I really need to unplug it because it's not coming out very fast. This seems like the right glue for this. I need to leave her hand up though because she's getting the velvet on top of it. So we're going to start right here so I don't mess that up. Come on. I need to get a big pin out, I think. I bent her neck. That seems to be the common thing though, huh? That's what happened to our paper dolls, huh, ladies? Their neck would bend eventually. There. Hopefully. Hopefully there. And I probably will go around her with a Stabilo to make her pop out. Make her look like she's really in the front. I wonder if this is, nope. We're going to go all the way across. Leave an edge right there. Okay, so now I need my 3-in-1. Really like this, by the way. All the others that I had ordered from the same place, they were narrower, so I didn't expect it to be a little wider like that. I really like it. All right. Okay, leave the edge, get her hand. That's cute. Here comes the giggling part where we get to adorn this and I start to really love it. One thing I did pull out, teeny tiny rusty safety pins that I thought were fun. And I've used them before on projects like this. They're teeny tiny. I rusted them myself. I love it. Push that down. It could go in this little cluster here, I suppose. This cluster could go right. Oh yeah, it's going to go right there. Now I need to remember I'm going to have holes punched for the, oh, I left that lid off. I'm going to have holes punched for the eyelets to go in the rings. So there we go. My pin. The end of that needs cleaned off, and I dropped glue. Look at that. It is moving now. Okay, so this is going to go up here. I think I need a piece of lace, and I need not going to use that, not going to use that. Let's put this away. Put this down here. I mean, we might have it out again, but not yet. I need something fibery to go right there. That looks fun. Bit of green, maybe. I'm just going to make like a little cluster right on there. Bit of silk. Can't be white lace because I've used cream already, and I just feel like it needs to be vintagey. Oh, love this fabric. How about some? There we go. And then I'll put the safety pin on it. So I've got this silky stuff. This one's got the lines on it. It's like cotton. Okay, well, I'm just going to do that. I'm going to leave it folded like that. Let it be all stringy. And then we're going to have a piece of this. It's kind of a silky one. Just fray the edges. Kind of go the opposite way here. Or right there. And then this, and then the safety pin, which I don't even know if it works because it's so rusted. This is just a bunch of stuff that I had rusted myself several years ago, and it just continues to rust, you know? So like last time I tried to use one of these safety pins, I ended up having to glue it down because it just broke apart when I tried to use it. There we go. Got a little safety pin on there, looking happy. Teeny tiny rusty bit. You're silent. Yeah, I'm not silent doing anything, honestly. I don't know if I need that. I want that someplace else, I guess. Because of the gold here, I feel like I need to add, I think I need to add another little bit here somewhere. No, I don't want to do her dress. I don't like it. I don't need it. I do have this turquoise flower. It's resin. Made it ages ago. I'm just going to set on there, I think, though, on this side. I need to remember where my holes are going to be, so I can't put anything in that space, you know. Boy, I made a mess, didn't I? Am I feeling satisfied with this? Needs a little some sort of extra hardware. So before I glue that down, I'm going to decide if it's going to be some metal flowers and maybe maybe they go there, or if it's a butterfly, no, it's not grungy enough. I like the flower. I like that idea. Got more in here too. Oh, haven't used any of these yet. Maybe one of these. These are actually made for furniture, but I think they're very cool. And you can use a brad with it. So if I have that in the corner, maybe I need this in the corner and this down here at the, yeah, that's where that goes right there. Okay. Up this way. I want to stick out from the bottom and be all messy and right there. Like that. Okay, and then I'll put this up here and put a brad through the hole, I guess, or I can put a pearl on it later with a bit of glossy accents. That would be okay. I'll do it that way. Okay, time for a Stabilo. Don't need a key or any of that weird stuff. It is going to get more hardware through here, and I have to decide 2 or 3 holes. My Stabilo, that's not it, actually. Where is it? Is that it? Not a Stabilo. Boy, I made a mess. Cutters and inkers and glue. Oh my, that one. All right, where's my Stabilo? I have 2 Stabilos at this desk. And that one is not, that is Prismacolor. Where did I put, oh, there it is. There's one. There we go. That's what we want. This is Prismacolor and a water soluble, and none of them are as good as a Stabilo. If you don't have a Stabilo, it's highly recommended. It just is. Let's put this on here while we're at it. That gold is so bright. I want to dull it down or something, or add the Stabilo around the edges maybe. This is all for one sort of glue here. I don't know if this will, I've never used this kind of glue on metal. We'll find out. If it doesn't work, then I'll go back later when I put the jewel on it in the center. Like the last thing I do. And I'll use glossy accents. So that goes right there. I'm going to put a clip on that to hold it in place so it can dry and not move. Okay. So we're going to need 2 or 3, and I'm thinking 3. I'm thinking something in the center, something at the top. They don't have to be measured. I'm not the girl to measure. That's not me. Something right there. So that's where my holes will be. Now I'm going to take this and give it some depth. Give her some depth. And then I'll go around it with a water brush. Really get in here because there would be a lot of shadow in there. Make sure her hand is down. It is sticking out. I mean, it is having some depth on its own. And then I do want to get around this and add some, I want to tone this down a little bit because it's so bright. So I'm just roughly going around it. Same here because I did that outer edge. Got my water pen. Oh. And let's do that first. And everywhere that it's really absorbed, Sears catalog paper, very absorbent. So it's really going to show on that. Your painted surfaces may not, it depends on the paint. It may or may not bead up or then you just have to leave the puddle there and let it do its job. Like this gold has a finish on it because it's metal, but it's got enough texture on it that it gets down in the little grooves, and it should, kind of age it. There we go. It did push it back, didn't it? This polka dotted paper should be very absorbent. The postcard is absorbent on the edges and on the back, but it has a glossy surface on the front. Boy, that's dark. I'm going to take some of that away. This. Wow. Because that is so absorbent, that paper, the polka dotted paper. And I see that there's glue right there also. So I'm going to just wipe up some of the glue because we used this one right there. And I got it wet, so. Yep. Oh, I forgot to get in here. I'm just going to use my baby wipe to do it. Get some of that. Okay. This is way more absorbent on this side. I'm sure you can see that line. And that's okay. All right. So water pen away. This needs to dry before we decide if it needs anything else. And any other details I would give it might be a gold gel pen to go in and do her buttons. And any other thing on her dress, maybe her flowers could be watercolored. You can use watercolor on these black and white finishes too. Oh, there's glue on that side too, looking weird. Okay. But it'll dry lighter than it looks. Oh, I need to do this too. And then I'll put holes in it, kind of last. And I'm gonna string that out a little bit. There we go. It's not perfect. There's things I don't like about it. There's things I love about it. I might have reconsidered the gold, but I'm still going to push it back again. And I'm going to let that dry first and see how it looks. But let's do the back. So for the back, oh, I need to do the corners, don't I? Oh, I do have a black woody, like I forgot about, I have the black and white woodies and they work like a Stabilo, but they're a lot darker because the end is, so much bigger around. But it's the same kind of formula, I think, because it's water soluble. Come on, girl, let's go. You got muscles? You got muscles, girl? Oh. So, yeah, I talk to myself around the house all day, and I make jokes with myself, and then I have to laugh at myself, and I have to do that with my husband, too, because he doesn't laugh at me. He's not he doesn't laugh very often. He's not one of those people, So, silly me, I'm just running around the house laughing at myself. There I am. It just happens. We were talking about that earlier. I never finished that thought. So in case anybody's wondering, yes, I laugh at my own jokes when I'm alone and in the guise and excuse that I'm talking to my dog, I do it around the shop. It started when I stopped working, I noticed. And before I started working one day a week recently, I would find myself out in, like not going out of the house very often because, my world is here and I don't care. It never bothered me. And old me would have never stayed home like that. Never. I felt like I was wasting a Friday night, you know, if I didn't go anywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and rip that a little bit more and make it a bit more less perfect. But now I'm like, yeah, just let me stay home. I'm good. I'll go to my art room or make some jewelry, or, you know, I'll watch a murder show or whatever, you know, watch some BBC. And I don't mind staying home. But in the past, I would have hated it. So before I started working 1 day a week, I'd be home. Like, it was like right after they kind of let up COVID too. And we had all been home for months at a time, you know, and I actually was out at a store and I was behind an aisle and I was kind of quietly talking to myself and, you know, about this decision, and didn't realize I was talking out loud until the employee came over and said, "Can I help you with something?" And I felt like such a crazy person at that moment because I was standing there talking to myself, you know, there I was. I'm going to go ahead and use this kind of glue this time because I can just slap it on there real quick, and we don't need to mess with this one anymore. I'm not going to adorn the back. I think that is enough because, you know, like I said, it's hard for me to do things simply, and I think that is simple. And my brush, I need that. All right. And I need to look at me getting wet the ink I just put on. That's going to be beautiful. So does anybody else have a story like that? Or is it just me that feels crazy right now? There we go. I love airing all my secrets live and forever, unless I void the video or delete the video. It's just wonderful. And I don't care anymore. I think about that and I'm like, oh my God, what did I say? You know, after a live stream, like when I'm joking with Eddie, and yeah, it is just me. This is me in person. This is what you get. There's nothing different than this for, you know, like, this is what I do. Yep. It's me. Just taking a little bit of that off on the edges. There we go. All right. This can dry. It still looks crooked to me. It looks straight on that edge, but not on this one. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and punch these holes actually to give me a guideline here. So this will be my, you know, how I measured the rest of it. And right here. I hate it when I'm punching out like wood and stuff, and because it works on wood and tin and things like that. And I know I probably shouldn't do metal, but I do. But it clogs every time, so I have to use an awl to clear the hole every time. And sometimes when I'm doing a lot of punching, it's, you know, kind of a pain, and I end up stabbing myself with the awl because I'm trying to hurry, and it's in my hand too. Like I'm got the punch and the awl in the same hand. All right, I gotta take that off for a minute. I'm gonna put this in the direction I need it, right there. Like that. Need to ink around those edges too. Now, I do want to do this to make sure that they're lined up and they stay lined up. And this one here. There we go. So this time I'm going to have to clear it. That's what I'm saying. If it doesn't do it on its own. Oh, did it? But I need to line up that hole. Okay. Yep. I wasn't sure if that was going to fit in there. All right. This could stay on there. All right, let's get our pages together. Now, they don't have to be all the same size. We know that we're going to have something fancy on the inside and the outside, but I really want to get the pages built so I can know what I'm putting in it at this stage. We do know that this is, I'm using the wrong scissors. This is going to be our pockets, pockets 1 and 2. So that's the front and the back. It just worked out that way because of the way this lace is shaped. I want to do it this way. Okay. So it'll be, you know, like pocket 1, pocket 2. That's kind of cool. I might, you know, I'll fix the shape a little bit. And we will do this to it. Because it's curved, we need our pockets curved. Where's my... So we know that's the right. This is going in the front. This is the back. Okay. So I'm going to set those right here because we know that that's settled. Now, I need my papers. Let's go to this. And we're going to use our ruler for most of it. What time is it? 1:40. Is it? Oh my goodness. It's already been an hour and 15 minutes. Okay, you guys, remember, I will be pulling what we didn't pull from last week at 2 o'clock. So if you want to stay and watch the polls real quick, I will be doing that at the end. Okay. It's not necessary, but if anybody's interested in doing that. Okay. So I have in here, I have some cicada wing paper that I forgot about. I probably should use a few pieces of that. Not going to do any of those. I just want some coffee dyed, like a piece or two of coffee dyed paper, or printed. Nope, that doesn't go. What's the rest of my coffee dyed? You know, it's probably almost time for me to do some coffee dyeing if I don't have any in this envelope. It's been a while since I've used it, but clearly I did. This one is coffee dyed. So I'm going to, boy, that's cool, isn't it? Get that folded in half. And maybe this will be my center for the first page to make it interesting. Now, because we're doing rings, these are going to get cut in half. So, because they shouldn't be connected. They should be separate, you know, papers. Let's get a gauge on our size. We're going to use this. And we know it was a bit bigger than this. Just a bit. So this will be a shorter page, and that's fine. It won't be quite the same size. But let's do that. So there's one page. Set it someplace. And then this, I know I can fold these in half and tear them. And I'm okay with just using the ruler. It goes faster. Autocorrect is interfering with your sentences. Your daughter talks constantly. Then all of a sudden it would be quiet. She would just fall asleep. I don't actually talk in my sleep. That's the one time I don't talk. Is that weird? This is a little weird. Okay. So then we'll decide, you know, because when you open a book, you've got, you're looking at a 2-page spread. So we'll decide which side is the side for writing and which side is decorated. These ones, obviously, it's both. Probably could just do this if I use my finger now. So these are pretty pages. They'll be spread out though, because I'm going to grab some newsprint that I roll off on. That paper. This, you know, because I'm doing it this way, I can have quite a few pages. Let's do the top of that. And they just all have to fit in the ring. That way. Do these. It's already been folded. These ones. And I can probably just use my cutter or to tear several pages at a time. With this one is delicate. I'm going to have to cut this one. I'm not going to let this hang out all the way. I'm probably going to do it in fourths. Probably do it again. Oof, that is so delicate. And I might only use a couple of them. I don't know. I can also wait until the end and use this like and fold it in. Like this maybe. And go from there. Something like that. Okay, let's use some cicada wings. That's this paper. I've not used any of it. To tell you the honest truth, I lost it. And I didn't remember putting it in that pouch. So it's been that long since I've been in the pouch. So this is called cicada wing paper. And I got it thinking, you know, it'd be great for books. See how thin it is? But it doesn't feel like tissue paper. It's just different. But I thought it would be great for books, and I wanted to see how it felt to know if I could gel print on it. And I still am unsure because it's not dryer sheet, not tissue paper. I'm trying to find the center here. There, that should be it. Is that the center? Yeah. So I'm going to grab a couple of those. Back and leave it out for the next book. Now I have to see. I'm just going to do. See how it tears? Oh, yeah, it's very cottony. Oh, I got a bad tear here. I feel like it would stick to the plate. Now let's see. How do I? Aha. All right, let's do it this way. And I don't mind if the pages are weird on the edges like that, because this is a very different sort of paper. It'll just add interest to the book. I mean, they probably won't be able to write on it, but it is very interesting. All right, so that's my paper right there. Probably didn't need 2 of them, huh? Let's see if I can tear this many at a time. I cannot. I wanted to. Darn it. Those people are noisy out there. Wanted to scream by the stupid thing already. When you worked at Costco, people would argue with themselves over products. Just wanted to scream. I don't really argue over, I mean, it's decision making, really, more than anything. More than anything. I do tire myself out. That is, I get sick of myself on a car trip, on a road trip. I absolutely get sick of myself. And I'm sure my husband does too, honestly. I'm going to go ahead and cut them all because I feel like I'll be using them in another book as well. So I'll have a little stack ready to go in this style of book. Because, you know, I want to make several of these using this same envelope that we stuffed with prints and our designer papers. So there's enough. I mean, I could still do a big book later, but I'm just trying to do something quick here. Okay. And that was only 2 of them. Goodness. It's a lot of, and these are doubled up. So no, these are tripled up. I did 3. So this is how thin that is. You see my hand through there? And it's also aged. You bought some cicada paper and the packaging said brown rice paper. It's probably the same. It probably is. Yeah. I bet it is. It's nice and aged. I really like the color. But look at how many papers that made. I mean, and they're so thin. So these are our specialty papers. They'll go between others. All right. Now on to a couple of these, probably. Like maybe one. I think I'm just going to do, let's see. It's 4. So this is regular printer paper. The next one is actually cardstock. So I have different textures. Let's use that ruler. And half again. This one, same thing. Cardstock though. Gives it more structure throughout if you sprinkle in some cardstock. It helps support the other papers. Oh, but can you tear it? That's the question. Trying to hurry here because I want to get onto the blank paper that I'm going to use. And when we get done here today, I'll probably sit and stamp those papers just in the corners. It's strong enough to do crayon rubbings over stencils. Oh, it is? Well, that's good. I do speak to random fellow shoppers. Oh, I do too. I talk to strangers pretty regularly. My husband is a don't talk to strangers person, and he doesn't even go in the store with me. He sits in the car with the dog. Oh, and I did want these, and this is dry now. Oof, that's so good to put in there. And it's big. We're gonna have to cut it down. Do we cut it down like, we'll find out. We'll figure it out when we arrange the size. This one's going in 4ths. And this way. I'm not getting real fussy about getting a perfect, even, fold either, guys. Julie, I know you are the precision person. That probably drives you nuts, but you can do it your way. Is anybody else interested in making some of these little books? I do have a bunch of tissue paper over here. I have some roll-offs. Here's a roll-off that just got started. I'm looking for lighter colors here. Like that one has orange on it, so I'm skipping it. That one's too dark. But you can, this is a good time to use those roll-offs. Now, lastly, I'm going to use some of this printer paper. And this is just that stuff. You get like, I don't know, 500 of them for $5. They're so cheap. So cheap. Yeah, that is how you make new friends. You're so right, Carla. You are correct, man. Okay, and this is 4s again. So I'm going to see how many of these I can fold at a time. I should go to my cutter for these. I'm going to do a couple of them, and then the rest I'll do at my cutter because I can do way more at a time. Okay, and this is that one I rolled off once, and I think that's kind of cool. Let's see if I can tear multiples. Yep, look at that. And then this way. Just quick. Oh, that's very bad. Okay, there we go. Okay. Let's see if I can find it again. I've got glue all over my fingers. Oh, please. Do you see what I just did? How did I do that? I don't know. Doesn't matter, I guess. There we go. So far, I mean, look how thick this is. Look at that. See how many pages we have? That's pretty good, I think. I think that's a really great start. And okay, so I don't really want to break those in half. I might use this on the inside, the first page. I might do that. And then I might pick another gel print that I really, really like for the back. I think that would be a good idea. This one I know I can do this with though. Look at that. And then did I want to use any other gel prints? That's the question. I might really like to use this one, but what I'll do is I'll cut it out and figure out how I want to use it. I really like this look. I can also recreate it with ink, I guess, if I needed to. That's a lot of pages, though, I think. I think that's an awful lot of pages. Got to decide if they're upside down, right side up. I'll do that off camera, obviously. What time is it? 57. Hey, so what we have so far, our book, our front cover. I love her hand over that. Front cover, back cover, like that. And things can stick out. And that's a nice thick book. I think that came together pretty quickly, actually, for that many pages. That's a substantial little journal. And I'll arrange them, obviously. Do a little stamping. I'll probably sit up here today and do it because Fridays are the only day I've been getting to my art room, and I enjoy it. Hi, Kat. Oh, hi, Paul. That's Paul. All right. So let's do the last polls from last week. Let's do that. Now, after this gets the rings, it'll get eyelets. Some of these, I'm not sure which ones. And then it's going to get these antiqued rings and one dangle. Each one gets one dangle, 2 pockets, 1 dangle. So that kind of limits the time I'm spending on it. And it's making me able to use the papers that were created for these specific images. So what do you guys think of this project? Let me know. I'd like to hear. Is this something you would try? Is it something you've done? Let's have some input while I get the gel plates out. Let's have input. So I'm going to save my little, break it down easy book. And I'm going to pull these prints. So first of all, we have an 8x10. And I don't even remember. This was last Friday. Yes, you're going to make one. I love it. I love it. Oh, yeah, this is the one with the spine moon. Oh, that is almost too big for the plate. Oh, no. How did I not? I was too busy looking at the spine. Let's get that off of there all the way. There we go. I'm going to have to glue it down, but that's okay. We got it. There it is. So there is that. Some flowers strategically placed. Pretty cool. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Julie. You've not worked on journal making for a while. This is such an easy way to do it with the rings. I mean, it's less involved. It's a good break back in kind of project where you haven't been doing that and you want to like warm up. It's a good warm up project. Oh no. Can't remember what we were doing here. Oh, I think it's just pearl. I was cleaning off my plate. Darn it. Look at this. This is my new 8x12. I was trying to clean off my plate and I actually put gel medium on it, thinking it would pull those edges. Remember how good my edges were? Oh, these edges. They're really on there too. I'm going to have to spend some time doing this one, but let me show you this. So what I did was I put down some gel medium and then some pearl paint so I could pick those edges up. Let's see it. I was just trying to clean it off. Okay, there's more. Got a 5x7 here. Not sure what's going on here. I think I continued to play for a while last week after. So anything here you wouldn't have seen me put down. That's okay. Like the green showing through. All right. Now, an 8x10. Maybe I should do it the other way. Oh yeah. I did this one after, and this is paint. It's not pigment this time. Oh, that's Mona. Oh, you're finally back at your keyboard. I see that. I love it. I thought, what if she was wearing bright colors? Oh, that's funny. Is that one of the ones we ordered with then the tin and stencils? You need to be a wrestler too. Oh, no, that wasn't. That was, I got fed up with that one and I ordered an actual proper 9x12 at that stage. Have you had any good pulls? Because I haven't. I decided I'm going to try to do, I'm going to try to use alcohol ink and like these tags that I have that have the slicky surface or anything thicker maybe, because whew, yeah, those are, it is so sticky and I've tried everything. I've put a pound of oil on it, like, and let it like puddle up on it, trying to get it to absorb into it, thinking, maybe it just needs primed. This was me playing with pearl paint and the fishes. Everything's extra sticky. Pearl paint. It's got that shine. Okay. Next. think that could be, wait, didn't have anything on my big one. I have a squirrel knocking on the roof, by the way. Did you guys hear that? The squirrel. Hey, feed me. I think that's it. That is all there is. So not very exciting pulls, but pulls nonetheless. I'm really looking forward to arranging these pages in the order that they need to be and kind of throwing cicada wings in between pages. I do get to add a bit more of this as well. We didn't look through these yet. So these papers, these designer sort of papers, and I'll add a few of these in here and there. But such a fun project. I'm going to work on it, and I really, really appreciate each and every one of you for coming here today and hanging out with me. Any Murphy's oil on the plate? I haven't yet, but I do soak them in Murphy's oil usually. And next bath it gets, it's getting Murphy's. I'm pretty low on it. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing it finish too. And you guys have a great weekend. Try to hang in there. Take some time for yourself and rebalance your nervous system. And if you need to look away, look away. You don't have to know what's going on at all the moments. I have to tell myself that too. And it's just rough out there. It is rough. And that's what they're trying to do. Just keep that in mind. So thank you, everyone. And you all take care. And don't forget the thumbs up. She said thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Bye, guys.